Welcome class 10th in economics class. Okay, so today we will we'll continue with the same chapter, that is your chapter number 4th, theory of supply. Okay, so this is the second video related to that chapter. So today we will learn about the law of supply. Okay, it is also just like law of demand. जैसे law of demand था वैसे ही law of supply है. Law of demand में क्या हो रहा था? When this price rises, demand falls. Demand उसमें क्या हो रहा था? आपकी जैसे price rise हो रही थी, price of the product, if the price of the product is rising, then the demand of that product is decreasing. Okay, decrease हो रही थी. But here it's vice versa. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Opposite हो जाएगा, right? So if the price here, law of supply says, according to Dulé he was an economist. He says that the law of supply states that other things being equal means other बाकी चीजें. We will understand that the higher the price, if the price will be high, the greater the quantity supplied. If the price is high, the quantity supplied will also be high. Lower the price, the smaller the quantity supplied. अगर price high होगी तो supply भी high होगी. If the price is low, then supply will also be low. It's a very simple law. बहुत simple है, बहुत directly proportions, बहुत directly related है कि price high, supply will be high. Price is low, then supply will be low. It's simple. If price is increasing, price बढ़ रही है, then the supply will also increase. Supply भी increase करेगी. Okay, so they are directly related with each other, price and the supply of a commodity. So I hope that law of supply is clear to you. When the price will increase, then the supply will also increase. If the price will go down, then supply will also go down. Clear? Now, here it is said that when other things remains equal or sustain, बाकी चीजें इक्वल रहनी चाहिए. बाकी चीजें जब से इक्वल रहेंगी या कांस्टेंट रहेंगी तब. लेट्स सी व्हाट इज दैट. दैट इज नोन एज assumptions. उनको बोलते हैं assumptions. मीन्स अदर थिंग्स बीइंग इक्वल, जब बाकी चीजें इक्वल होती हैं. दैट इज फर्स्ट इज नो चेंज इन प्राइस ऑफ रिलेटेड गुड. when this law of supply will work when there is no change in price of related good. law of supply तभी काम करेगा जब बाकी जो related goods है उनमें उनकी प्राइस में कोई चेंज नहीं आना चाहिए. राइट. सेकेंड इज no change in state of technology. The technology which is used by the producer, there should be no change. उसमें भी कोई बहुत चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर वो कांस्टेंट है, सेम चल रहा है, in that condition also the law of supply will work. तभी law of supply काम करेगी. Right? Next is no change in goal of firms. Right? Here means what is the goal of the firm? Basically to earn profit. यहाँ पे क्या, अगर किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, किसी भी फर्म का ये मोटिव है टू अर्न प्रॉफिट, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? इफ दे वांट टू अर्न प्रॉफिट, देन एट द हायर प्राइस दे विल सप्लाई मोर. राइट. तो अगर उनका कोई गोल चेंज नहीं हुआ, फॉर एग्जाम्पल वो सोच रहे हैं नहीं मुझे सर्विस प्रोवाइड करनी चाहिए, सर्विस देनी चाहिए, सो ऐसी कंडीशन में हो सकता है कि ये लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई काम ना करे. सो द गोल ऑफ द फर्म शुड नॉट चेंज. नेक्स्ट इज नो चेंज इन प्राइस ऑफ फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. जो फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है उनमें भी कोई चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. राइट. नेक्स्ट इज नो एक्सपेक्टेशन टू चेंज इन प्राइस इन नियर फ्यूचर. आगे फ्यूचर में भी प्राइस चेंजेस होने की कोई चांसेस ना हो. व्हेन ऑल दीज थिंग्स विल रिमेन कांस्टेंट, जब ये सारी चीजें कांस्टेंट रहेंगी, देन ओनली द लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई विल वर्क. सो दीज आर द assumption. When all these things remains constant, that's why it is said that other things being equal, बाकी चीजें इक्वल होनी चाहिए, then only this law of supply will work. Okay, so law of supply says that when the price will increase, the supply will also increase. When price decrease, then supply will also decrease. When other things remains constant. Okay, clear? Let's understand this law of supply and the this supply curve. Okay, so let's understand. Now here this is price, okay, and this is the quantity supplied. Okay, so price and the quantity supplied. On this axis, this y-axis, I represented price. Okay, we will represent price on y-axis, and on x-axis we will represent supply. Clear? On y-axis we will represent price. Okay, and on x-axis we will represent the quantity supplied. So let's see. When the price is 10 units, okay, set 10, okay, then the supply of that commodity is 100 units. When the when the price increases to 20, then the supply is 200. When the price increases to 30, then supply is 300. Means in this you can see the price is increasing, supply is also increasing. Okay, so then price, if the price is 40, then supply will be 400 units. When the price increases to your 50, then the quantity supplied will also increase to 500 units. Okay, so you can make the dots like this, which will help you to make the curve properly. Okay, you can use a scale, pencil, pointed pencil properly. Okay, now see here I am joining all the dots together. Now this is your supply curve. Okay, S. Clear? So here you can see that the supply curve is going upward. Now this curve shows that there is a direct relationship between price and the quantity supply. There is a direct relationship between the price and the quantity supply. So that's why this shows this upward slope. This upward slope curve, supply curves, also indicates the direct relationship between the price and the supply. Okay, so that's why here this supply curves goes upward. If the question asks you why the supply curves goes upward, okay, because it shows the it shows a direct relationship between the price and the supply, so that's why its curve is upward. Clear? So I hope that this is clear. Okay, price and the supply, and how when the price is increasing, the unit which is the quantity which is supplied in the market, that is also increasing because the price is increasing. Clear? Now let's come here. The reason behind the operation of law of demand. Okay, what are means the main causes behind the positive slope of the supply curve. Means why we will say that there is a positive supply, इसको positive slope भी कहेंगे. So what is the reason behind this? ऐसा क्यों होता है? एक तो पता चला. Next is level of profit, because when the price is increasing, the quantity supplied also increasing. अब ऐसी कंडीशन में क्या होगा, जो प्रोड्यूसर जो सप्लायर है उसकी प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इंक्रीज होगी, क्योंकि प्राइस इंक्रीज हो रही है और तभी वो सप्लाई भी कर रहा है, तो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन इंक्रीज होगी, प्रॉफिट इंक्रीज होगी. सो दैट्स व्हाई द लेवल ऑफ प्रॉफिट ऑल्सो इंक्रीजेस. लेवल ऑफ प्रॉफिट क्या हो जाती है, इंक्रीज हो जाती है. ओके, ऑन द अदर हैंड इफ द प्राइस फॉल्स, प्राइस गिर जाएगी, द प्रोड्यूसर विल डिक्रीज द सप्लाई ऑफ दैट प्रोडक्ट. वो क्या करेगा, उस प्रोडक्ट की सप्लाई को डिक्रीज कर देगा. क्लियर? क्योंकि उसे पता है कि उसे प्रॉफिट ज्यादा नहीं मिलने वाला, राइट? उसका प्रॉफिट, लेवल ऑफ प्रॉफिट विल ऑल्सो डिक्लाइन. सो इन दिस, दैट्स व्हाई द लेवल ऑफ प्रॉफिट ऑल्सो इज वन ऑफ द रीजन बिहाइंड द ऑपरेशन ऑफ लॉ ऑफ डिमांड. क्लियर है? नेक्स्ट इज entry of new firms. Entry of new firms means an increase in price would give incentive not only to the existing producer of a commodity, but it would also motivate the other producers to produce the commodity so as to earn higher profit. Okay, for example, the price of wheat while the price of pulses remains unchanged. Here it is saying that एंट्री ऑफ न्यू फर्म, व्हेन द प्राइस ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर कमोडिटी विल इंक्रीज, तो क्या होगा, कॉम्पिटिटर्स बढ़ेंगे, तो दूसरे प्रोड्यूसर्स भी सोचेंगे कि हमें उसी प्रोडक्ट की प्रोडक्शन करनी चाहिए जिसकी इस समय प्राइस हाई है, राइट। सो ऐसी कंडीशन में क्या होता है कि नए फर्म्स की एंट्री होने लगती है, ओके, क्योंकि एवरीबडी वांट्स टू अर्न प्रॉफिट इन द मार्केट, ओके। सो एंट्री ऑफ न्यू फर्म इज द सेकेंड रीजन फॉर द बिहाइंड द ऑपरेशन ऑफ लॉ ऑफ डिमांड। लॉ ऑफ डिमांड के पीछे ये सेकेंड ऑपरेशन है जो सेकेंड ऑपरेशन है विच वर्क्स, राइट, क्लियर। सो दिस इज द एंट्री ऑफ न्यू फर्म। थर्ड इज चेंज इन स्टॉक, okay, so basically level of profit, entry of new firm and change in stock, these are the reasons behind the law of demand. Law of demand says कि when the price will increase the supply will also increase, ठीक है। तो ये कुछ ऐसे इसके reasons हैं कि ऐसा क्यों होता है कि प्राइस इंक्रीज हो रही है, सप्लाई भी इंक्रीज होगी, क्यों, तो ये सारे रीजन है। क्यों, क्योंकि लेवल ऑफ प्रॉफिट बढ़ाना होता है उन्हें, दूसरा एंट्री ऑफ न्यू फर्म्स हो जाते हैं, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट इज चेंज इन स्टॉक। चेंज इन स्टॉक इन योर बुक इट्स गिवन व्हेन देयर आर हाई प्राइसेस, प्रोड्यूसर ब्रिंग आउट देयर स्टॉक फॉर सेल एंड thus the supply increases. In case of falling price, the seller would like to increase their stock to avoid losses. Because yesterday I explained you the difference between stock and supply, right? So the supplier always maintains a stock. सप्लायर के पास क्या होता है, हमेशा स्टॉक मेंटेन होता है। तो जब उसे लगता है कि प्राइस मार्केट में बढ़ गई है तो वो अपने स्टॉक को क्लियर करने की कोशिश करता है। क्यों, बिकॉज इन दिस कंडीशन दैट सप्लायर विल अर्न मोर प्रॉफिट। उसको पता चल जाता है कि अगर मैं अभी बेच दूंगा तो मुझे प्रॉफिट ज्यादा अर्न होगा, राइट। तो ऐसा होता है, तो वो क्या करता है, अपने स्टॉक को कोशिश कर। और वही जस्ट वाइस वर्सा, इफ देयर इज द प्राइस ऑफ दैट प्रोडक्ट इज लो, then the supplier will try or he will avoid to supply that particular commodity in the market because he does not want to face the loss, clear? So change in stock. So these are the three reasons given in your book, that these are the reasons behind the operation of law of demand, ठीक है। ऑपरेशन मतलब किस तरह का वर्क करता है, ओके। नेक्स्ट इज exceptions. Exceptions means there are some goods whose quantities supplied do not have according to the supply of law. Exceptions means कहते हैं ना कि अगर हम कुछ कहते हैं कि आई एम एक्सेप्शन, मैं अलग हूँ, मतलब डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अदर्स। तो कभी कभी क्या होती है, कुछ ऐसे एक्सेप्शंस होते हैं जिसमें ये जो लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई है इट डज नॉट वर्क, क्लियर है। सो जो लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई है वो काम नहीं करती है। मीन्स कि इफ द प्राइस इज हाई, it's not necessary that supply of that product will also be high, right? There are three exceptions. तीन ऐसे exceptions है जहाँ पे law of supply will not work. Okay? If the price of that particular commodity is high, doesn't mean that the agricultural food supply will be more, right? Perishable goods, it's also, if the price is high, doesn't mean that the supply of that so these are the three exceptions where the law of demand does not, law of supply does not work. Clear है, समझ में आया? So first is agricultural goods. Agricultural goods, basically the supply of agricultural goods depends upon more on the natural factor. Natural factor, your season, okay, then rainfall, the fertility of the soil. All these are the some basic natural reason for this agricultural goods. Agricultural goods totally उन्हीं पे depend है। अगर मानसून अच्छा रहा तो crop will also be good. ओके, फसल भी अच्छी होगी। अगर मानसून अच्छा नहीं रहा, रेनफॉल अच्छी नहीं रही, देन योर द फर्टिलिटी ऑफ द सॉइल इज नॉट अप टू द मार्क, नॉट गुड। तो ऐसी कंडीशन में क्या होता है कि लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई, जो सप्लाई ऑफ प्रोडक्ट है वो सही नहीं हो पाती है, ठीक है। सो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे प्राइस का और सप्लाई का कोई बहुत ज्यादा कनेक्शन नहीं होता है, क्लियर। Next is perishable goods. Perishable goods, you know, perishable goods which gets destroyed easily, ठीक है, बहुत जल्दी जो खराब होते हैं। The supply of perishable goods like milk, vegetables, fish, eggs is also not affected by their prices. ये perishable goods भी क्या है, prices की वजह से इनकी सप्लाई इफेक्ट नहीं होती है, क्योंकि इनको एनी एंड हाउ इन perishable goods को मार्केट तक पहुंचाना ही है। अगर इन्होंने ये सोचा कि नहीं चलो ठीक है फ्यूचर में प्राइस हाई होगी फिर हम अपने प्रोडक्ट को बेचेंगे, दे विल फेस लॉस, वो बहुत बड़ा नुकसान फेस करेंगे. क्लियर है? सो ऐसी कंडीशन में कहीं ना कहीं बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर, पेरिशेबल गुड्स के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करता है. राइट. नेक्स्ट इज योर गुड्स ऑफ ऑक्शन. ऑक्शन मीन्स हियर जैसे बोली लगाना. राइट. The law does not apply in case of goods of auction because their supply is always limited and fixed, which cannot be changed at all. अब मान लो कि बोली लग गई, ऑक्शन हो गया कि यस दिस इज ऑफ दिस, सो क्या वहां पे कुछ चेंज हो सकता है? नो. सो इन दिस कंडीशन ऑल्सो लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई डज नॉट वर्क. सो देयर आर 3 conditions, exceptions where law of supply does not work. That is first agricultural goods, second perishable goods, and the third is your goods of auction. Clear? So this is clear that here I explained you that how you will draw the law of supply curve, right? Next, what are the reasons behind the operation of law of supply? Law of supply. Reasons behind law of supply. It's not demand, it's supply. Okay? Law of supply, level of profit, then entry of new firms and the change in stock. Clear? And the last is exceptions. There are 3 exceptions where law of supply does not work. That is agricultural goods, perishable goods and goods of auction. Okay? Understand change in quantity supplied. Right? Law of supply is clear. Okay? Now we will start change in quantity supplied. What is change in quantity supplied? It refers to change in the quantity supplied. It refers to change in quantity supplied of a commodity in response to change in its own price when other things remains constant. Other things remains constant mean your technology, okay, the price of other substitute and other goods. Okay, so that should be constant. Okay, we learned about that assumptions, so that should be constant. So change in quantity supplied means when there is change in quantity supplied due to the change in its price when other things remain constant, that is known as change in quantity supplied. उसी को बोलते हैं change in quantity supplied. जो कि supply में change हो because of price change हो रही है, that is known as change in quantity supplied. Now this change in quantity supplied is classified into 2. That is your expansion of supply. Clear? And the second one is contraction of supply. Expansion फैलना, contraction squeeze होना, सिकुड़ जाना. Right? So expansion बढ़ना, बढ़ रहा है, contraction कम हो रहा है. Right? So now expansion of supply says that supply of a commodity expense due to rise in price and other things remains constant. When the supply increases due to increase in price of a commodity and when other things remain constant, that is known as expansion of supply. Clear है? Expand बढ़ रही है. क्यों सप्लाई बढ़ रही है? क्यों? क्योंकि प्राइस भी बढ़ रही है. प्राइस ज्यादा हो रही है तो सप्लाई बढ़ रही है. Okay, so this is known as expansion of supply. Let's see with the help of graph. Okay, now I have taken example of your book only. Here in this column, that is price 4 and 8. When price is 4, then the quantity supplied is 50. When the price is 8, then the quantity supplied is 100 units. Okay, it can be in kg, quintals, whatever. Okay, so on y-axis we represents price and on x-axis we represents quantity supplied. Now here when you are representing and when you are writing the price, please show it on at the equal intervals. Equal या तो 1 2 3 4 5 6 करो, that's fine. अगर देख जैसे मैंने 2 4 6 2 2 का गैप पे किया, ओके, तो दैट शुड बी इक्वल. ऐसा नहीं है 2 यहाँ कर दिया, 4 कर दिया, फिर 10 कर दिया. नो, इट शुड बी कांस्टेंट, प्रॉपर होना चाहिए. ओके, सो 2 4 6 8 10 here units 20 40 60 80 100. Okay, that should be at equal intervals. Equal intervals उसमें शो होना चाहिए. Now when the price is 4 here, okay, then the quantity supplied is your 50 supply की गई, तो 50 will come between 40 and 60, so maybe here, right? So quantity supplied will be 50. Okay, now the dot I am giving it here. Clear? When the price is 8, then the quantity supplied is 100. Quantity कितनी supply की गई? 100. Okay, now here. Now because price is increasing, quantity supplied will also increase. So this is your expansion. I am not using scale. मैं scale use नहीं कर रही हूँ, ठीक है, थोड़ा slippery है, तो that's why it's not straight. Okay, तो यहाँ पे ये क्या होगी? This will be your supply curve. Okay, क्या हो रहा है? Extend हो रही है, expand कर रही है, price भी और quantity supplied also. Clear? Sure. Due to increase in price, the supply is also increasing, so that's why it is known as expansion of supply. इसीलिए इसको expansion of supply कहते हैं. Clear है? Next is बहुत easy है. Price increase हुई, supply also increased, so that's why it is expanded. बढ़ गई. Clear? Now come to the contraction of supply. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now contraction of supply. Contraction of supply क्या है? कम होना, right? So contraction of supply refers to the supply of a commodity falls. Commodity falls, गिर रही है due to fall in its own price. अपनी price कम हो रही है, तो उसकी quantity जो supply हो रही है that is also decreasing. When other things remains constant. इसमें just vice versa हो रहा है expansion का, कि supply किसी भी commodity की decrease हो रही है due to fall in price because the supplier does not want to bear the loss. क्यों? ठीक है, clear हो गया, क्योंकि supplier loss bear नहीं करना चाहता है. ठीक है, तो जब price कम होगी तो supply भी commodity की कम हो जाएगी. Let's understand with the graph. Price is 8, then the quantity supplied is 100 units. When the price is 4, then the quantity supplied is 50. Clear? Now here the price is also decreasing and the quantity supplied is also decreasing. Clear? Now here y is same, the price and the quantity supplied. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Right? When the price is 8 थी, then the quantity supplied is 100. Okay? Clear? And when the price is 4, then the quantity supplied is 50, which is between 40 and 60. So here. Now, what will happen? Sorry. Okay? Now, it's contracting. Contract हो रही है, कम हो रही है, right? So this is your supply curve. A, B. Okay? Here the difference is the point is rising from A to B. यहाँ पे क्या difference है? A से B की तरफ increase हो रही है, but यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? It is declining from B to A. B से A की तरफ आ रही है, कम हो रही है. Okay, clear? So you have to make the graph properly with the help of your scale, pencil, pointed pencils. Properly, just mention everything. Y-axis, x-axis, price, quantity supplied, graph, supply, SS, point A, B. Okay, clear? So I hope this is also clear. Contract हो रही है ना? ये देखो कम हो रही है, यहाँ down. Sub price कम, तो supply will also is decreasing. Clear? So I hope this is clear. Expansion and contraction of supply. Okay, in the next video we will continue with the increase in supply and decrease in supplies and the other, then we will start the elasticity of supply. Thank you so much.